everyone, and welcome to episode 20 of Adventure SMP. I am so excited you're here. Before we start the episode, I am so sorry. I meant to do character sheets. I really, truly did. But this week genuinely got away from me. Like, this week went from, no. I can finish the last little bit that I have on these character sheets and get them out, to, oh no, it's Monday and I'm finishing editing for the next episode. And I am so sorry about that. I am going to do my very best to get them up this week for level 3 for our main players. But until then, enjoy the episode. And welcome to episode 23 of Adventure SMP podcast. My name is Tay, also known as Seashell Bits. I am your story leader. You can use they, he pronouns for me. Today, we don't have our main party. Today, we are on the off week where we are with our friend Hollow.
Hi! Hello, it's me. Hi. Any pronouns for me? Once again.
What do you do? What are you doing here? Who are you?
It's me. I play C. Little LA guy. I do funky rogue shit. Sorry. I'm used to swearing. I do funky rogue stuff. You're allowed
to on the podcast.
Am I? Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure.
Here's the deal is I was gonna try and keep it like PG-13 with like minimal cursing. And then I invited Eric to the podcast, and I love that man. He curses a lot, so I was like, you know what? No, it's fine. It's fine. We'll have that. So I remember you do funky rogue shit. I do funky rogue shit. Streaming YouTube is different.
Yeah, that's why I was like, sorry, because I remembered on streams Debbie didn't like it, so I just assumed.
No, you're good. What's your subclass?
The mastermind. I'm a mastermind rogue.
Nice. That's exciting. So last time we saw you was actually 2 weeks ago, for episode 21. And we met C properly for the first time in world. C was, locked up, had been for 3 months. And, the best response they gave, was just help. I've literally been here 3 months. And then their communicator got taken away by...
Very smart.
Larry, Terry... Who was the last one?
Jerry.
And then you proceeded to teach... Did you say you thought it was Jerry?
I'm pretty sure it was Jerry.
I made those 3 names up on the spot.
I'm like 70% sure I taught Jerry how to read.
Yeah, so we had a little reading montage where one of our friends learned how to read. And was very excited to be telling the others. C took that opportunity to break out, because they managed to nab a pickaxe. Yeah, honestly, like the priorities, not the prisoner. Can you believe I learned how to read? They also became an evoker, though, so...
That's true. I got him
a
promotion.
You win some, you lose some, I guess.
I got him a promotion. Yeah.
You taught him how to read, got him a promotion, and then used him to escape.
Hey, I didn't use him. I taught him how to read, and then I already had the means to escape, so I did.
So you just kind of like used... Well, you used like the fact that he was distracted.
Yeah, you wanted to read, I taught him how to read. It's just, a favor for a favor.
A favor for a favor. He just didn't know what he was agreeing to.
I taught him how to read and got him a promotion. That's just that's how it works. That's how we do it where I'm from.
That's fair. So we did that, and then you got up onto the roof quite easily. Actually, you were very sneaky about it because you're a rogue or something,
Because you're a rogue or something. Yep.
You then came to the conclusion, actually, that these guys don't know how to build because they fully built like roof, block, floor. Like their floors are like 3 blocks thick, and you went, I can use that actually. So after, figuring out roughly where your stuff is, using your innate ability to locate object, you had a general idea on where it was. So you snuck in and, well, first you dug into the wall, which was too thick or 3 thick, one of the two, I don't remember. And then you were like looking around, and then you dug into the floor and are now just kind of crawling around through the floor, Mission Impossible style.
Yeah, I'm Mission Impossibling, going to get my stuff through the floor.
I really should have re-listened to some of this, and I didn't, and that's on me. It really, truly is. But, I think you were, like, the floor above where your stuff is, because it was, like, literally, like, in the center of this mansion.
I think it was about 5 floors tall. I think I was on the 4th floor.
You were in between the 4th and 3rd.
Yeah, that's where you ended. That's where I ended up.
So you're like right above the floor where your stuff is.
Yeah.
You're like in the ceiling of it. Mm-hmm. And you're crawling around trying to be a little sneaky. At least I think you're trying to be sneaky. If you aren't, there might be a problem.
No, I'm definitely trying to be sneaky.
Yeah.
No, I don't think their house is haunted.
Honestly, could be really funny. But you are approaching where you know your stuff to be. You don't know exactly where, because
I know the general idea.
But you know roughly where it is. And you know that you are getting close. You're using your pickaxe to break the block in front of you. And then are you placing any blocks behind you? Or is this just like a hole that people can then follow later?
Probably every once in a while I place a block down behind me.
Not every time, but just every so
often.
Once in a while,
every so often. Throw them off the trail a little bit. Make them think, man, they must have gone down. Nope.
No, actually, they just kept going. Surprise!
Surprise, Shuddy.
All right, so I'm gonna say that you can get to above the room where you know your stuff to be.
All right.
You are sitting above there. You have not heard anything particularly loud the entire time you've been crawling around, but also breaking blocks does make noise. Mm-hmm. So there is a little bit of noise coming from you, as well while you're like struggling about, like army crawling about. What would you like
wiggling. To do? More wiggling through. All right. Okay. So I'm like roughly above where I'm pretty sure my stuff is.
Yes.
I'm gonna stop digging, obviously, first. And I'm just gonna listen for if there's anyone close by or any people talking close by or making noise close by.
Cool. Roll me a perception.
Perception. All right. That is... So that's like a 16.
Cool, yeah. You are being really quiet, and you do hear talking below you. But it sounds different than the pillagers that you've been interacting with. Those voices are typically very deep. They have like a sort of like darker tone to them when they talk, and these voices don't have that sort of darker tone. They're not deep. They are like significantly higher pitched. They're not like high pitched, but significantly higher than like the pillagers. And they're a lot more monotone. You can't pick out any particular words, just sort of the tone and like pitch.
Okay. Is there any way... I'm trying to think. Because I can't remember what alignment checks are. Like, if I were to try and figure out whatever the alignment is of what's below. I'm pretty sure that's a magic thing.
I don't know what that is. So I don't think that's definitely not 5e.
I think it's an insight. It is.
Well, like... What?
It's like a sense. I think it's either insight or I think some classes or races can
never...
Really? It's to like see if a creature or person is like chaotic evil or like neutral good.
Check. 5e. I've never... Yeah. That's a 3rd edition thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really? I've done it in 5e.
There are particular, like, so like paladins have like detect good and evil, and like there's like spells and that sort of thing to get a vibe check, but that's not like an alignment check, is not like a roll.
Mm-hmm. Alright, yeah.
If you wanted, you could potentially do a history check to see if you can remember anything.
Yeah, I'll do a history check.
Okay.
14.
Yeah, the closest, and they don't sound exactly like, but the closest thing that you, like, villagers, they sound similar to villagers, but, like, villagers that you are used to listening to definitely are, like, monotone, yes, pitch is yes, they sound different than
Trying to think
villagers.
here. Do I want to risk it for something silly if it's someone bad?
Could be funny. Let's be real.
Okay, I'm not gonna jump down, but I'm gonna break the block like in front of underneath me and like look down.
Peek down.
Yeah, I'm gonna peek down.
Cool. So you break that block, you peek down, and you do actually see villagers. You have broken into like the jail. You know how like all
Another
mansions pretty
jail.
much have jails? This one is full of villagers. And just like at one point you see like, because I'm assuming you watch for like a second.
Yeah.
And like you see some of them start to like jump and you like hear footsteps and like the deep voice of pillagers. And then they like calm down after a minute. And now that you don't have a block in the way, you can kind of hear them a bit better. They're still monotone. Their pitch is still like the same as villagers, but the mannerisms in which they speak is what is different. It is much more advanced. Like normal villagers are just like, hi, hi, hi. And these are like actually using words.
Okay. I can't remember how much wood I still might have on me.
You just mined a ton of cobblestone.
That's true.
You can have, I mean, as long as you're not like, I'm gonna build this giant thing. Like, no, you don't have that
I'm not
much
building
cobblestone.
anything. I want to make a couple pickaxes and break into one of the jail cells and give
Cool.
them pickaxes.
Wonderful. How many pickaxes do you want? That's really funny.
How many people are in there? Like how many villagers are in there? And are they all in like by themselves in cells or are they like paired up?
No, they're like, you know, like have you ever like seen the like Woodland Mansion cells?
Yes.
It's like that.
Yes.
There's like room for like 6 of them to fit in there comfortably. And by comfortably, I mean it is a jail cell, but like they're like packed in a little bit. It's definitely not comfortable for these villagers.
Yeah, all right. I'm probably gonna give like 2 or 3 to each.
Okay, and
like,
there are
room.
there's two rooms at least that you can see.
Yeah.
From your angle.
Yeah, I'm going down and I'm breaking them out and giving them pickaxe.
Wonderful. So you hop down, okay, and immediately you just hear, who's that?
Shh.
Who's that? What's going on? Oh, shh.
I'm busting you out of here.
You're busting us out? What do you mean you're busting us out? Who are you?
I'm getting you out of here.
Okay. How are you getting us out of here? We don't have anything. How are you getting us out of here?
I have things.
Also, if it's not clear, there's like 6 different people, each person. Cool, wonderful.
Yeah. I'm gonna use the pickaxe. I've been using it to like break open the doors. I'm gonna pass them pickaxes. Okay, look, listen. The walls and the floors, they're 3 blocks thick because these guys are really dumb. So just dig through the walls and the floor and you'll be fine.
Oh, we can. Okay. So what is the best? Is there like a good route? Like we don't.
Okay.
Most of us don't know where we are. Where do we go? How do we get out? Like, I get it, but so also, like, what do we do?
We're on the 3rd floor, I believe, currently.
The 3rd floor. Guys, we're on the 3rd floor.
I want you to go through the floor at first and get as far to one of the walls as you can, and then basically staircase your way down through the wall.
What is staircasing?
Going down, but not straight down. Make yourself like how do I explain this? Have you ever seen stairs?
Yes.
You've seen stairs, right? You do that. You basically make those in the wall, but without the nice steps. You just go down. Diagonally.
Weird.
I know, it's very strange, but it's a lot safer than going straight down.
Oh yeah, my friend Jeff, he didn't come back from digging straight down.
Yeah, I know. You never want to dig straight down. That's really dangerous.
Okay, guys, don't dig straight down. It's dangerous. Okay, I'm not gonna dig straight down. I kind of want to dig straight down.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't dig straight down.
Don't do it.
So you give them the pickaxes, and they just sort of like filter their way, like towards one of the walls.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a perception.
Okay. Another 14.
Okay, you can't tell how far away it is, but you hear footsteps distantly from not inside this room.
Okay. I'm gonna use the cobblestone I have to block up the door to the room and just like kind of like hurry them into the wall.
How thick are you putting your wall?
3 blocks thick.
Okay, wonderful. Cool. You can hurry up and get them out of there. They keep going, they're doing their thing, and they start disappearing. So it appears like there's less and less of them in here.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you are fully in here, and there are no more villagers, they're against one of the far walls. That is away from the door that you just blocked up. There is some chests and barrels just set against the wall. With like there's like on the ground there's like a couple gold ore blocks, a couple.
I go for it.
Cool, awesome.
You said gold, I'm like shiny. Let's go.
Cool. You can rummage through those chests and you can get all of your items back.
Yay! My things!
You did it.
My
you
stuff and my
unlocked
things!
your items.
My stuff! Yippee!
So you can add that stuff back to your inventory.
Let's
You've
go.
got it. It's yours. As you are grabbing your things, you hear from outside. Wasn't this the door to the jail? I don't know. Let's break it.
Wait.
And I want you to roll.
Can I just say no and roll persuasion? Like if he has, wasn't this the door to the prison? I just say no. Can I roll persuasion?
All right, go ahead and roll. I'm gonna roll insight for these guys.
Dirty 23.
Wonderful. And he goes, "Oh, okay, thank you. What is this? Where's the door to the prison?"
Down to the left.
Down to the left. I thought that was the training room.
They moved it.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. The footsteps walk off. Can you just
Look at
roll
it.
me an insight?
Okay. God, I love D&D.
I know.
19.
It was Terry and Larry.
Let's go!
Or Terry and Jerry. Larry's the one you taught how to read. Whichever one you...
Jerry was the one I taught to read.
Okay. Then, yeah, Terry and Larry are the ones. Because you didn't teach them how to read.
Let's go.
Yeah, you've just gotten yourself at least a little bit more time.
Alright, if I've got all my stuff, I'm probably gonna fly back up into my space in the roof.
Cool. I would like you to roll me either acrobatics or parkour. You can choose to see if you can just manage to like move back in a way to get back into that 1x1 space.
Okay. I've got a +4 in dexterity, so that's a dirty 22.
Cool. Yeah, you managed to squeeze your way back in, and you are back in that.
Woo!
Back in.
All right. So now that I've got my stuff, I'm getting the hell out of here. So I'm gonna do basically what I told them to do, except I can fly, so I'm just gonna dig basically right to a wall and just pop out the other side.
Cool. So as you are digging, I would like you to roll me stealth if you're trying to be stealthy, or if you're not, just let me know.
I will be stealthy.
Cool.
Because that's probably how I should be doing this. Dirty 21.
Cool. You hear as you are digging very carefully. You start to hear like above you, like hurried footsteps. And if you stop and listen, you hear, "Everyone's gone. We've lost everyone. Where did they go?" So they are realizing something's happening. You manage to make it to a wall. And you break through, and you can see down below, you can see the villagers starting to come out at the foot of this mansion, aiming towards the woods. It is not the front entrance, like it's not like the main wall entrance. However, you can also see some pillagers starting to go around the perimeter.
Okay. How far away would that be? Actually, wait, this doesn't have, does this have a range? Let me check, because I can cast Entangle if I really want to.
It's
But
gotta have a range.
yeah, it's the spell's got a range. I just have to see what the range is. That's why I'm
Gotcha.
asking how far away they are. Okay, the range is 90 feet.
I'm gonna say it's probably, I was gonna go with 120 probably.
Alright, okay.
So you're not quite close enough, but you could get close enough.
I think I'm gonna try and stick with the villagers, and if the pillagers get close enough in a range, I will cast Entangle and just like start rushing them, because the spell itself has a 20-foot square radius. So it'll probably get most people and would give us a good chance to get far enough into the woods.
Nice. Okay, cool. So you're gonna go down to the villagers then.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna prepare to cast Entangle.
Yeah. Awesome. So you get down to the villagers and some of them go, "Hey, look, it's the one that saved us. Hi, you saved us. You look like an LA, don't you? Hi, welcome back.
I'm kind of an
we
LA,
got out.
yeah.
I think we figured out how to staircase.
Yes, I'm very proud of you. We gotta get going though. We gotta be fast.
All right, let's go.
They're looking.
And when you say that, they do start to speed up. And what I'm going to do is we are going to do an initiative roll to see if you guys can get into the woods before the pillagers get to a spot where they would be able to spot you.
Alright. That is a 17.
Okay. You guys are heading towards the woods. You have like a handful of villagers who are still hopping down and out of the wall when around the corner pops two pillagers. They see you and pull out their horn. You have like one thing you can do before they blow that horn.
Okay, how far away from me are they?
We'll say 90. I'll let you have it.
Okay, I cast Entangle.
Cool. Let's see. What does Entangle?
Grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square, starting from a point within range. For the duration, the plants turn the ground into a difficult terrain. A creature in the area, when you cast a spell, must succeed on a strength saving throw, be restrained by entangled plants until the spell ends.
Cool. All right. So they get caught, kind of trip a little bit and fall. And the one that pulled out the horn pauses for just a moment and then blows the horn and they have started to alert the others inside.
All right.
You guys are heading into the woods. It looks like they are struggling against the plants. But at least initially they are struggling.
All right. I am gonna, because I have a fast flight speed, so I'm gonna just try and, I'm basically just gonna be trying to help them and keep an eye out for if they get close, because I will obviously start fighting pillagers if they get close enough to start trying to do damage, but I'm mostly focusing on getting the villagers into the woods.
So you don't know what's happening inside. All you know is the horn went off, but the last couple villagers do manage to make it into the woods and they start running. You are keeping on the back. I'm assuming you're like taking up the...
Yeah, I'm taking up the rear.
None of them have a particular... At this point now, they are just running.
Yes.
You have a choice. These villagers have no idea where they're going. They're not working as a group. They just heard the horn, got scared, and now they're all going to run. You can either choose to hang completely in the back to be defensive, and let them essentially scatter. They will stay in groups, but it will be split up and they will end up being in different groups by the end of this. I'm going to call it a combat. Whether or not there's fighting will depend on roles and stuff, but they're going to end up splitting into at least 3 groups if you choose to just be a defender in the back. Your other choice is you could fly in between the front and back, being able to keep an eye on the back, but maybe not necessarily being able to react as fast. And keep the group together. You could help direct them. You could help keep them all together. If somebody starts to go astray, you can be like, nope, stay with the group.
I think I'll take up the middle then, because I want to make sure they all stay together so I can make sure they stay safe.
Cool. So, I am going to essentially, what I'm going to do is we're going to do, like, rolls against each other. And they are going to be luck checks. I'm not going to tell you how many fails, but after a certain amount of fails, the pillagers can see the, like, villager in the back. And after so many successes, like, you guys are gone. You escaped. I'm not going to give you which ones hit what. And at any point in between the rolls, you can choose to make a perception check to see if you can spot the pillagers. Because you are in the middle, it will be at disadvantage. Sound good?
Yep.
Let's make our first roll.
Let's go. All right.
What did you get?
That is an 18.
All right. Do anything your next roll.
I don't think I don't want to do anything unless I'm like 100% sure we're starting to get attacked. I just want to focus on keeping everyone together and getting them through the woods.
All right, let's do our next roll. Also, just so you know, a nat 1 on either side is automatically two wins to the other side, and same with a nat 20. It's
okay. 16.
Cool. Let's roll again.
That one's just a 14, unfortunately.
All right. With your passive perception, you have not noticed anything yet. None of the villagers seem to notice anything yet. You guys are just running, and you are able to, currently at least, keep them all together. Nobody has begun wandering off or anything. You are doing your job.
Let's go!
All right, next roll.
My best. Natural 20.
Wonderful. All right, next.
That one is a 15.
Cool. Once again, you do start to you can hear distantly a horn, but you are definitely further away from that horn than the first one.
All right.
Roll again.
Okay. This is so stressful.
It's so chill for me. I'm feeling pretty great, actually.
Look, man, I do have the silliest backup plan for if they catch up.
Okay, we're gonna have to discuss that at the end of the episode because I want to know what it is, but not right now.
Okay, right. Yes, I will explain it to you after.
All right, let's roll again.
I'm like, you don't know how hard I'm praying that I get good rolls. 15.
All right, you guys running. And you see the edge of the woods. You take a little fly to the back, and you don't spot any pillagers. You don't hear any. You no longer hear the horns. What instead you see is up ahead of you, you see a village. It is one that is broken down, battered. There's cobwebs all over it. But it is something. And the villagers immediately begin to calm seeing this village. They all run to it and stop right around the bell that stands there sitting. It is the only thing that does not look broken. It doesn't look nice.
Yeah.
But it's the only thing that really doesn't look broken. And they stand around it before looking up at you.
They look up at me? Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you... I don't know what to do here. How about we fix this place up a bit and just stay here for a little bit?
Do you know of the big village?
The big village? No.
Oh, I mean, none of us know if it's real, but we've heard of a village where It hasn't been taken over. These pillagers find villages. Nobody is safe anymore. Yeah, my village, they came and destroyed. They took everybody that they could, and they're scattered about in mansions at this point. But I was in that one. I think my friend George is. Oh yeah! Hey, George, you are safe.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. What's your name?
Kyle.
Kyle. All right. Okay. I'm sorry to hear about your village, Kyle.
Yeah. But some of us have heard about a village where they figured out how to keep each other safe and the pillagers can't find them. Yeah, I heard one of the pillagers bitching about the fact that like they had a guy and then they couldn't, and then he like went through a portal and suddenly he was gone.
Ooh. Okay. Here's what we'll do then. We should probably, like I said, stay here just for a little bit. I will try and figure out where that is.
What do you need? Do you like need anything? Cause I got some stuff and one of them pulls out some bread.
Okay. No, you guys keep that. You guys keep the food, okay?
Another one goes, wait, what about this? And pulls out a diamond sword.
That could be useful, actually. I could use that to fight things off.
Do you need some armor? And one of them pulls out like a diamond chest plate.
Holy yes.
And as they are talking, it is their clothes sort of like melt almost, like it's not like a melt, but like they melt and morph into various villager jobs. Because they're safe now.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Some of the armor and the weapons, that is very useful. I am also gonna focus on making sure like perimeter stuff is safe so that you guys can rest and relax.
Should we go underground?
Ooh, that might
they
be a
don't
good
know really
idea.
how to look underground, but
yes.
I heard that there's monsters underground. I don't want to go underground with monsters. Not if we light
it up. If we light it up, it'll be safe.
Okay. What do you need from us? And one of them pulls out a pickaxe and goes, "This is for digging, right?"
Yes, that's for digging. We can make a tunnel from inside one of the houses so it's a little hidden, and then we'll make a big space underground for everyone to hide out in.
Cool. Is that your plan?
Yes.
Roll me a performance with advantage.
Let's go. I'm okay at performance, and with advantage, that's very helpful. Dirty 22.
Wonderful. With the help of the villagers, you guys gather some wood, you dig out a hole. You kind of actually make like a pretty nice space. There are various beds in this village. There's not enough for all of them. But you guys can like gather the beds and some of the stuff in the village and that sort of thing. And you create a really nice place for what you've got.
Yeah.
For the villagers to be able to like sit and rest and
just kind of safely hunker down in.
Exactly. Yeah. What would you like to do?
I want to set up a training area and make sure some of them know how to fight so they can protect themselves. Wonderful.
You get supplied with swords to be able to use if you want. You can, some people have axes that they can just, make appear.
Do any of them have bows or crossbows?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Awesome. Because I can teach them how to use those too.
Cool. How much time would you like to spend doing this?
I'd say a good couple hours probably, because I want to make sure they at least know the basics of how to defend themselves.
Cool.
I'm taking this very seriously.
Yes. Much like learning to read.
Yes.
C is just on their like training arc.
I'm on a teacher arc. I'm training and teaching.
Cool. Why don't you roll me, I don't know, I guess another performance or intelligence, you choose. Do you want to go more for like, I'm going to show you how, or more for, this is the practical, like, you hold the sword like this, you do the, like that sort of like meticulous.
What would be better? What one do you think would be better?
Up to you. Or you could spend, like, essentially a full day if you want it and do both.
I'll do both. I'll spend a full day and do both.
Cool.
For the oh my gosh, for the intelligence one, that's a dirty 20. Very close.
Wonderful.
I have a +1 in intelligence, so that's a 19 plus 1. I'm so close to a natural.
Oh,
And then for the other one, for performance, it's a 17.
wonderful. So here's the deal. By the end of the day, you are exhausted. You are spent. You can't believe that you just did this. However, these villagers look like they could take on some pillagers.
Oh yeah. Good.
These villagers are looking amazing and like you've done your job well.
I'm so proud. They grew up so fast.
So you can conclude both by looking, up through like your little like hatch down and stuff.
Yeah.
And just from how long you've spent doing stuff, it is now nighttime outside.
Awesome.
One of two things you can do. There is two sorts of rest that can happen. If you'd like to even take a rest, which I'm kind of assuming you do.
Yes, because I'm probably exhausted from the training and stuff. So.
Yes. There is a Minecraft sleep or a D&D sleep. The Minecraft sleep is essentially you climb into bed, and much like Minecraft, it is the idea of you skip to morning.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, it doesn't actually skip till morning, but like for your body, essentially time doesn't pass. What it does do is it resets the chances of phantom spawning. Or you could do, if you're missing stuff, you could do, your normal 8-hour D&D rest.
Yeah. I'll do my 8-hour rest because then I can also cast my spell again.
Cool. Yep. So you get a long rest and you are back and ready to go.
Mm-hmm. That is fantastic.
Yes. So it is morning. What would you like to do?
I think I want to kind of ask around individually and see what information on this big village individual people might have.
Cool. So I'm not gonna do conversation stuff. I don't think it's necessary.
Mm-hmm.
What I will do is, you have made friends with these villagers. You just get the information. I'm not gonna make you roll for it. What you get is people don't really know much. Things that people do say are very contradictory. Nobody's quite sure. It is the equivalent of like a myth. That is what you gather. However, there are some cartographers in the group. And one of them has the idea to, why don't we create a map? I can kind of try and explain things. And here's the thing about his map is it obviously loads the area that you are in. But he then is able to do like the zoom out thing, where you put like two maps and then it's like zoomed out and that sort of thing. And while it doesn't show everything, because a villager did it, it does that little like outline of specific areas. That when you get like a woodland mansion map or a monument map, it gives like little outlines of stuff so you can like more easily find it.
Yeah.
And you end up seeing that somewhere distantly, like northwest from where you are, there is some sort of shape that appears in the map that is unnatural.
All right.
It is not the direction, because you can also look and you can be like, that's where the mansion was. And it is not in that direction. It's in a different direction. So clearly this map is at least updated somewhat. It's not just like, here's what the original terrain looked like. It is like an updated map, at least at some point. Maybe it's now, maybe it's, when they entered the mansion, whatever. There are some things on the map that are not just naturally spawning in the world.
Okay. It's definitely interesting. All right. I'm trying to think.
And he offers it to you. You can take the map. It is yours now.
I do take the map. I'm trying to think here, because I'm trying to think what the best possible course of action is. I'm taking this very seriously. Because what I'm thinking is either I can go check these out and have them stay here and remain safe, or we could stock up on material and I can take them with me. So that I can make sure
that is completely up to you. I will say I included mechanics, and I will let you know what they are.
Okay.
Because I think that's only fair. It is decently logical. So, Your choices is you can either keep with them, and what it does is you have a significantly higher chance of a pillager patrol finding you. However, there's then more of you to defend against it. If you are alone and you leave them here, I will make rolls each day to see, one, if any pillagers find them, and then two, it would be to see if they can defend against the pillagers.
Okay.
But your chance of getting pillagers would be significantly down.
I think I would rather be able to help defend them than just like risk it.
Okay, I will say you have just spent a day training them.
That's true. Yes, I have.
The chances of them defeating any pillagers that find them is significantly greater than it was the previous day.
Okay.
So it is something, if you want them to come with you, let's do it, bet. If you don't, like, if you're not fully like, I want them to come with me, like, the chances of them being unsafe are very low. There's still a chance, but it is very low.
Okay. I do think I want to spend a little bit kind of like camouflaging the area a bit more, like getting saplings, planting more trees around it, hiding the hatch a little bit better, like stuff like that. Just so I want to make sure there's like a farm down there so they can make food easily and stuff. Maybe put a couple animals down there. I just want to make it as difficult as possible for them to be found and as easy as possible for them to be able to just stay down there.
Cool. Go ahead and roll me another performance check.
All right. That's a 16.
Okay. And then go ahead and roll me a stealth to see how well the performance was to kind of see how well you camouflage like the village.
Yeah.
This is going to be how well you camouflage. I'm
so good at stealth. 19 plus 6, entrance. 25.
Cool. You can look at that and you feel pretty confident that like they're good down there. The chances of it being found, you really have to know it's there. You feel pretty good that, like, the chance of stumbling upon it is so small.
Okay. All right. Then, yeah, I feel much more comfortable going to, like, scout out where this map leads.
Cool. Which way are you going? Are you going to the thing that it showed, or?
Yeah, well, obviously cool. I'm going to tell them first. I'm going to be like, all right, stay down here. I'm going to go check this out. And if it's something safe, I'll come back and get you guys.
Cool. So you head off. I'm gonna assume that you wait until like the next morning, so you have like a day. Yeah.
So I have
you head off. You begin walking. You go through forest. You go to like the edge of water. You go through several terrains. This is not.
I have a traveling montage.
Yes, you have a traveling montage. It is not close. However, as you start to approach, you see this sort of like circular structure in water. It is colorful. There's like rainbow circles in the sky, growing and getting bigger as it goes out and up. You see up on one of those rings, there is another portal. And as you get closer and closer, you can look down into like the circular hole that is in the ground. As it like goes down, more of the circles get smaller, still like different colors of the rainbow. And it goes down to two hands resting on top of each other. One hand is black and one hand is white. And they go into what appears to be a like sort of like man-made void in the ground. And that's where we're going to end the episode.
Huh. That is a hole. All right. Do you want to hear my amazing, absolutely plan? Okay.
I want to hear that, and then I want to tell you how the rolls went.
Okay. So my plan was, because as a mastermind rogue, I can mimic speech and patterns of creatures I've heard speak for at least a minute. Enabling me to pass as a native speaker. among them. So what I was gonna do is if even like one of them pulled up, I was gonna try and convince them that I was a villager that was disguised as an Olay and get them to turn around.
That's funny. I love that. No, so here's the deal. You got the first roll. They got the second roll with a nat 20.
Ooh.
You got every other roll.
Oh my god.
What I did was I wanted whatever side to win by 5 points to have it end. And you yeah. Yeah. No.
I was
you were
so
like
stressed.
you went, I'm so anxious, and I went, you really shouldn't be. They have 2 points
Look,
and you have 5.
look, I was anxious. I wanted to make sure I did it right. I take my roles in D&D very seriously. I
No,
needed to
it's
get
cute,
these people
it's
out. I
cute.
needed to get them out.
It's cute.
You told me these people were in prison and they immediately became my priority.
That's cute though. I love that. But yeah, that is today's episode. Thank you guys so much for listening. Hollow, we're gonna see you in 2 weeks.
Yay!
And I will see the audience next week because I'm special.
Woo!
Goodbye.
Bye-bye!
Hope you enjoyed the episode. Next week is going to be back with our main players, and I'm very excited for you to see what's happening with them. If you enjoyed today's episode, please let us know on our social medias at Adventure SMP Pod over on Twitter and Instagram. I am so excited anytime that there's a comment or like or anything. And if you'd like to support the show monetarily or kind of see some of the extra stuff that we have, including character art, you can go to patreon.com/adventuresmpodcast. Speaking of Patreon, our server gods get a very special shout out at the end of the episode. So, very special thank you to Marissa, Mary, Gunn, and Fel. Thank you guys so much. It means the absolute world. And we will see you next week. Goodbye!